Hi everyone, welcome to Module 6. In Module 6, we're going to be reading Chapter 7 and taking quiz number 2. When you take the quiz, you're going to have to click on the Assignment tab and look for quiz number 2. You only get one attempt to take quiz number 2. You get 60 minutes, and when you start it, you have to complete it at that point. A lot of people get confused about that, but you have to complete it at that point. When we look at this week, we're looking at the cost of production. Many firms have to deal with the cost of production, and they have to make decisions on how to deal with the cost of production within an economy. That will create a lot of challenges. You'll notice that these challenges that we focus on are really the backdrop of many of the differences that a firm, are they going to make a profit or not? That's many of the challenges they're faced with. So when we look at this week, we're going to be looking at this quiz, and we're going to be focusing on Chapter 7. Let's go over some of the questions you might see on the quiz. Question number 1 is going to be looking at economies of scale. What does that mean, economies of scale? Question 2 is going to be looking at variable cost. What are variable costs? Question 3 is going to be looking at the law of diminishing returns. What does that imply about economy? Question 4 is going to be looking at normal profits and how do we calculate normal profits. Question 6 is going to be looking at what is marginal cost? What is that evaluating? Remember, marginal is evaluation based off the total. That's the key. Question 6 is going to be looking at the short run. Question 7 is going to be looking at diseconomies of scale. Why does it occur? Question 8 is going to be looking at the calculation of economic profits. Question 9 is going to be comparing economic profits with accounting profits. Economic profits do not include accounting profits do not include implicit costs, so that's the key. Question 10 is going to be looking at the difference between explicit and implicit costs. Question 11 is going to be looking at fixed costs of production, and what does that mean about the short run? Question 12 is going to be looking at fixed cost, and how does that influence output? So if output increases, what do fixed costs do? They're not going to change. Question 13 is going to be looking at the characteristics of a natural monopoly. Question 14 is going to be looking at the law of diminishing marginal returns. When does that set in and what does that mean? Question 15 is going to be looking at average fixed cost and what happens if output increases. Question 16 is going to be looking at implicit cost. What are examples of implicit cost? Question 17 is looking at short run and what do we evaluate with regard to output. Question 18 is going to be looking at the long run. Question 19 is going to be looking at diseconomies of scale. And question 20 is going to be looking at the relationship between marginal cost and total cost when marginal cost is increasing. I look forward to your effort this week, and make sure to finish that quiz by Saturday.